Hi guys, it's Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner. Today I'm going to be playing with the Tropical Bird stamp set from Scrappy Tails, and I may be using a couple of other things too, a couple of other dies. Haven't decided 100% how this is going to go, but as a starting point, I decided that since I used this cockatoo last time, I would come down and I think use the parrot this time around. I do love those flamingos too, so I may do that on another card later on. But let me go ahead and pull this up. I have not used this stamp set so far, so in order to not mutilate my acetate, I'm going to try to gently pull up my stamp from that, because you do know photopolymer does stick pretty much. There we go. And I'm going to just put this right here in the center of my panel. I'm probably not going to use the entire panel, but you know what? That is totally fine. And I'm also going to be using my Gina K Amalgam ink. This is in Nocturne. And I'm trying out for the first time ever having my Misti turned around the opposite direction. Don't know how much I'm going to like it, but we shall see. I figure I can see how the stamping looks a little bit better here because of the white background from my mat. So let's see how that one does. Oh, that looks so pretty. I will stamp it a second time just to get the lines a little bit darker, and then we can go from there. Next, I'm going to try something that I have not done before, and that is try to do kind of a spotlight, I think is what it's going to be called. I need some repositionable adhesive. Okay, yes, this is that one. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit of adhesive down. So this is just a diamond die cut shape from my stash. And I'm going to put this kind of right in the middle. I think that's about right. Does look straight, and I'm going to say that it's straight enough, and now I'm going to stamp it again with the same ink. Now I did leave everything right where it was inside my Misti, so everything should line up perfectly. Okay, let me stamp that one more time. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is I'm going to color up that parrot. So next I'm going to trim this down just a little bit because I want to have some of that white border around the edges. So I think I'm going to trim it down about 1/8 of an inch on each side. So final measurement is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. So here is my main panel, and then I've got my colored panel, and those are going to line up just right, and you'll have that little bit of that black and white image peeking out from the sides. I think that's going to look kind of cool. Also going to add some liquid glue to the back of my foam because I'm almost 100% sure I will not have this lined up perfect to start. I will need that little bit of wiggle room to make sure that I get everything lined up on all 4 corners. That looks good. So now I'm going to place this on a top folding card base. I decided to use my, technically I haven't used it a little bit for the foam, and just use part of the release paper coming off as like little handles. That'll help me get that all positioned just right, or close enough. And I did use a little bit of liquid glue behind there too, just to be on the safe side. Now I can pull off those tabs and press it down. I'm also going to use one of the sentiments from this stamp set, stamped out in that Gina K ink, and then popped up on some foam tape, and it says, "You are my paradise." And then I'm going to add a few of these sequin pieces. I've got a set of sequins from Spellbinders that came in card kit of the month for May, and then a mix. This is the Tinkerbell mix that I got from Cat Scrappy, and I'm just going to add some of those around on the card. I think I want to go kind of like in a diagonal. So I'll start up here. And then I'll add a few more down here. I'll start off with these really bright ones and then decide where do I want to add the more muted ones. And one of the great things about different confetti mixes, besides all of the different colors and stuff that you can play with on them, is that a lot of them come in different sizes. And I think that really makes it pretty special. That's going to finish up this card project for Scrappy Tails. You guys have a wonderful day, and remember that if I can make it, you can too. Talk to you soon.